Just gonna move anywhere to. they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north and south and east. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Oil wasted on the oceans and upon our seas, fish full of mercury. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Radiation underground and in the sky. Animals and birds who live nearby are dying. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more will you from me? Can't you stand that? The blue skies go. Poison is the wind that blows from the north and south and east. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Oil wasted on the oceans and upon our seas, fish full of mercury. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Radiation underground and in the sky. Animals and birds who live nearby are dying. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more will you from me? Can't you stand that?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the East Baltimore Historical Library's first annual Women's Herstory event. I am Katanya Lester. I'm also the publicist for the East Baltimore Historical Library, and I am truly delighted to be one of the mobile media correspondents for today's program, along with my awesome colleague, Ms. Anita Bryant. Today, we will honor and recognize ordinary women during extraordinary times. And we want to give kudos and accolades to our fearless leader, our founder and president, and also a great woman from East Baltimore, Miss Nia Redmond. She is the visionary behind this event, and we thank her so very much for recognizing all of the women today, including Anita and myself. Now, please, we want you to join us and stay with us throughout the entire episode. Comment, like, and share this broadcast on your Facebook pages. And at this time, I yield the floor to my colleague, Anita Bryant.
Hello, everyone. I'm just so delighted to be here today. I'm Anita Bryant. I am a community organizer. I live in East Baltimore. I also work at the school, University of Maryland, Baltimore, in communications. So I am just so excited to be here. We are excited today because we have Delegate Brooke Learman from the 46th District. And we also are going to have Delegate Stephanie Smith from the 45th District. So we have two amazing ladies that are going to be sharing some stories from 11 different communities in the area of Baltimore, in East Baltimore. So again, just sit tight and enjoy the program. And we are so delighted that you are joining us. And please share and let your friends know that we've started. So we have more people. We have time. They can come and jump right in.
Yes, jump right in. We are actually broadcasting today live from two wonderful locations. Anita and I are here at Off the Rocks Wine and Beer Shop, and we are located in the Sky Lounge. It's a wonderful view up here, isn't it? A beautiful view of Baltimore City. We're going to show that to you in a little bit.
Yes, it is.
But Off the Rocks Wine and Beer is located at 3232 Eastern Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. So please come on down and support the business, support the owners, Gerald and Todd Coleman. We also have our other colleagues and team members who are going to be broadcasting live from the legendary cafe located at 1301 North Broadway Street at the corner of Preston. And those owners are Kirsten Allen and Juan Nance. Now, our program today will start with a recap of the East Baltimore Historical Library's groundbreaking ceremony, which happened on Thursday, February 11th. And we will hear remarks from Dr. Annette Anderson from the Johns Hopkins University School of Education, Principal Peter Cannon from Henderson Hopkins, and also Dr. Redonda Miller, the president of Johns Hopkins Hospital. Back over to you, Titus. Thank you.
I made it. I'm the world's greatest. I'm that little bit. I'm that little bit. Oh, yeah. That's against the world. I can feel it. Feel it. I'm the world's greatest. Whoa. I'm that star up in the sky. Oh, yes, I am. I done made it. I'm the world's greatest. And I'm that little bit of hope. Yeah. Oh, when my back's against the wall. I could feel I'm the world's greatest. I saw the light and that star up in the tunnel. That mountain peak, even the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I'm the world's greatest. And fame was right there. I'm that little bit of fool, yeah. My back's against the locked doors. Now I can just walk. I'm the world's greatest. And it's the greatest. It's the greatest. Can you feel it? Say the greatest, yeah. Can you feel it? Yeah.
Oh, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that amazing video from the groundbreaking. I wanted to have the Katanya just spend a few seconds just to talk about that experience and how important it is for our community here in Baltimore and preserving the history for everyone that visits and for the world.
Yes, we are really excited about the vision of Nia Redmond that has finally come true, along with her team from the East Baltimore Historical Library, to actually have a physical building where we will be able to store and share the stories of wonderful families from East Baltimore from years past and from years to come. And that's going to be located right next door to the Henderson Hopkins School. So we're really excited about sharing that information, not only with the community, but as she said, with Baltimore City, with Maryland, and with the world.
So now we're going to go over to our team members at the legendary Lifestyle Cafe to hear some remarks from our fierce leader, Nia Redmond, and libations from Mama Salah Jenkins.
All right, everyone. Anita and I are back to you for a few moments while we wait for our colleagues to get ready. And we just want to give you a brief tour of this beautiful space down here at Off the Rocks. We are on the 5th floor in the Sky Lounge, and it is such a beautiful view. Come on,
That's
Anita.
for a perfect day.
Yes, let's show them.
Yes.
So we are located inside the room, and behind us, you can see the beautiful, well, first of all, the beautiful Brooke Learman. It's going to be coming to you very shortly. Say hi, Delegate Learman.
Hi.
And we have this beautiful space. If you take a look and see the beautiful furniture that's here, I'm not going to turn the camera around because I'm afraid I might mess up something. But it's like a full kitchen. But what we love is the awesome view of Baltimore City. The skyline is totally impeccable. It's just awesomely beautiful.
You have to take one deck.
Yes, got to take you out on the deck as well. You see the beautiful artwork on the wall. And we're going out on the
Yes, we
deck,
are on the patio.
patio, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
You see Miss Anita standing there by the door.
You have to see this view. We can see the harbor from here. It's gorgeous.
The beautiful furniture and the wonderful view.
So you can
OMG.
socially distance and have a good time and
Wonderful.
be safe outside.
You see all of the beautiful houses and the harbor.
All right. We're good.
Good afternoon, and we'd like to welcome you to the first annual Herstory celebration. It is in tradition that before we go on with any celebration, we ask an elder, is it okay for us to go on with the celebration? Leah, may we go on with the celebration?
Yes, you may. Thank you very much, Mama Salama.
Yes. Okay, and the first thing that we do is we do libation. Libation is paying homage to our ancestors, the one that has gone before us, the one whose shoulders we stand upon. In libation, we call out names of the elders or people that you know that have gone on before you and those that are to come. So usually people call out names like Harriet Tubman and Malcolm X, but I would like for you to also call out those loved ones whose shoulders you have stood on, who have walked and paved that way for you. So I just like everybody to stand, which we are all standing already. If you can, stand please. And after each name, we're going to say Ashe. It's okay. It's all right. So after each name, you can call out the name. I'll start off with my mother, Lola.
Ashe.
Now you call out. You can call
Can
out.
you leave my casket?
Oh, excuse me. 1 second.
Gotta put that water in
We
that flower.
always use the earth
Absolutely.
to pour water upon water, which is a sign of life, and so is the earth. Without water, none of us probably would be here right now. So I would like to, each time you call out a name, and I'm going to start back with my mother again, Lola, Mama Lola Jenkins. Ashe.
Ashe.
Come on, call them out.
Can you leave my casket?
Ashe.
Lillian Hill, my grandmother.
Ashe.
Renelle Clark, my mother.
Ashe.
What was it over my casket?
Ashe. Come on, call them out.
Yvonne Olds, my aunt.
Ashe.
Frederick Jerry Nance.
Ashe.
Cheryl Kitty, my grandmother.
Ashe. James Brown. Ashe.
Huggy Van.
Ashe. Francis Westwell.
Ashe.
We got some more.
John D. Hill.
John D. Hill.
Ashe.
We got inventors. We got all kinds of people that led the way for us.
RBB.
There we go.
Ashe.
Ashe.
RBB.
Ashe.
Uncle Lorenzo.
Ashe.
IW Wells.
Ashe.
Malcolm X.
Ashe.
Nipsey Hussle.
Ashe.
Teddy Harrison.
Ashe.
Black Rob.
Ashe.
DMX.
Ashe.
And with this last one, we're going to say Ashe 3 times. We're going to say happy and Ashe, Ashe, Asheo, and hold that as long and as strong and as proud as you can. So here's our last one. Let somebody give us our last name.
Rebecca Marcus.
Rebecca Marcus. Ashe, 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 Ashe. Now, give yourself a nice big applause. Next thing I want you to do is I want you to raise your fist in power. So now we will do the Harambe. Harambe means we're all going to pull together to make this thing work.
Yes, ma'am.
The teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you're going to pump your fist 7 times. On the last one, you're going to say it loud, proud, and strong again. So we want 7 Harambes, and we're going to start on the count of 5, 5, and 5. Harambe, 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 Harambe. Thank you so much, and you may be seated.
Thank you. I like that. Salud. I like that.
Let's pull together.
Pull together.
Let's pull
That's
together.
what I like that. I'm doing that in the morning. Let's pull together at the same time.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to our team here at Off the Rocks Wine and Beer, located at 3232 Eastern Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland, zip code 21214. We are here thankful for this business allowing us to broadcast live to you. And we are pleasured to have with us Delegate Brooke Learman of the 46th District. She is one of our storytellers today to honor ordinary women of East Baltimore who are doing extraordinary things during extraordinary times. Delegate Learman is a mom, an attorney, and an accomplished state legislator and community advocate. She's running for comptroller of Maryland, and her reason for doing so is to champion policies and pursue partnerships that ignite economic empowerment, equity, and resilience. Her footprint surrounds the harbor, and she'll go into more detail about that. And she's rooted in a commitment to the power of collective action and engagement, and she knows that together we can exceed our expectations of government and one another. Now, at this time, I am so honored to yield to the floor Delegate Brooke Learman, and from her you'll hear more stories about our awesome women of East Baltimore.
Thank you so much. I am so delighted to be here this afternoon, joining you at Off the Rocks, such a wonderful locally owned establishment. Gerald and Ty are wonderful for the community, and we're just to be here. So in the market, you need a drink. You want to raise a glass of champagne to these amazing women, come grab a drink from Off the Rocks. I am also, before I start, just want to say, sometimes people ask me, what inspires you? And without hesitation, what inspires me are the people that I represent. And I know that Delegate Smith would say the same. And these women are an embodiment of that. They are the ones who are stepping up, doing the work. And that's why I'm so delighted to have been asked to participate in this event and to support it. Thank you so much, Ms. Nia, for doing this and pulling this together, because these are women who support our communities. So it's so important that we support them and thank them and celebrate the work that they're doing. So without further ado, I want to first start with Audrey Carter. Ms. Audrey Carter, she's incredibly humble and acknowledges God as the source of her strength. She's been serving the Oliver community for over 30 years, where she works and worships. She currently serves as the coordinator over the Zion Baptist Church Children and Youth Ministry and works at St. Vincent de Paul Head Start. Previously, she worked for several years on the Oliver Community Association's board of directors, as well as being an employee with our great Baltimore Rec and Parks. Awesome. Gosh, she's busy. Her primary ministry are to support, encourage, and help our children and youth. And of course, as the great Congressman Elijah Cummings always used to say, children are living messages that we send to a time we will not see. And I think that that is what Audrey and so many of the women who are celebrating today truly understand and celebrate. Some of her accomplishments include organizing youth groups for cleanup projects in and around the community. They cleaned, cut grass, picked up trash, clean weeded the Oliver's Gardens children, and they teach and lead the children and youth every Sunday for church services. She's assisted with delivering food boxes to those in need and have employed a team of youth to do various cleanup projects throughout the Oliver community. Thank you so much for your leadership and thank you for your persistence. Audrey, we're just so delighted to have you. Next, I want to lift up Kimberly Armstrong. Miss Armstrong suffered an incredible loss that it's hard to imagine, and too many people have to bear this kind of loss when she lost her young son, who was murdered in September of 2004. This led her journey as an author and a speaker. She's one of 25 women who co-authored 3 books: The Christian Woman's Guide for Personal Success, Women as Leaders, Strategies for Empowerment and Communication, and Raising African American Boys. Incredibly impressive to go from suffering such a tragic loss to building up and helping others through her words and her action. She has several years of experience as a sustainability advisor, author, community advocate, and inventor, and was awarded a patent in 2019. Incredible. That's exceptional. She's currently the program director for Solar United Neighbors, SUN, which is an incredibly important program. So thank you so much, Ms. Armstrong. She's also been recognized nationally for her work on social justice and equality issues. She enjoys spending time with her immediate family and traveling whenever she has time for that. But wonderful. Thank you so much, Ms. Armstrong. Incredibly inspiring. Thank you for all that you've done and continue to do. Next, Ms. Glenda Curtis. Ms. Curtis is a Baltimore native who has served the community in many ways. She's a mother of 3 sons and an adopted daughter. And at an early age, she saw fit to get involved in activities that had an impact on her community, such as participating in neighborhood cleanups, assisting political campaigns, and accompanying her mom at neighborhood meetings. That's great. I make my kids accompany me to neighborhood meetings sometimes. Good for you and good for your mom. She was a teenage mother at the age of 15 and attended the Lawrence G. Paquin School for Pregnant Teens. While attending, she focused on academics in an effort to avoid becoming what society prescribed for young girls in that situation. Her hard work paid off, and she was able to matriculate from the 10th grade to the 12th grade as a result of participating in an academic work program during her sophomore year. After she went on to attend the Baltimore City Community College and work for the city of Baltimore. After working various jobs, she decided to further her education. She's at Coppin University majoring in psychology, and that sparked her interest in the helping field. She also worked with youth and families and learned many ways in which to provide services to vulnerable and marginalized populations. After serving children and family and identifying specific needs, Ms. Curtis made the decision to further her education and receive a master's in human services. She founded the Coordinating Holistic Resources Initiatives and Services, CHRIS Inc., which was a dedication to her late mother, Christine, as a continuation of goodwill. The success of the organization is promoted in collaboration with other professionals, utilizing a strength-based, multi-systemic approach that directly involves the individuals and communities being served, CHRIS. Ms. Curtis recently joined, the Office of Equity and Civil Rights to assist with the implementation of Equity Ordinance 18160 to close gaps in policy practice and the allocation of city resources so that race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, and income do not predict one's success while improving outcomes for all. She's the manager of culture and community, and she's charged with ensuring the internal policies and procedures are translated into community. We're so grateful for her work. I'm so delighted that you are serving the city in this way. It's so important. And good luck in continuing your studies at the University of Baltimore, where you are studying public administration. That's phenomenal. we're so lucky to have you working at the city, and I'm just so happy to be able to celebrate you and all that you do today. Finally, Barbara Bates Hopkins. She is the eyes and ears of the community. As a senior community research coordinator in the Department of Health and Engineering at the Bloomberg School of Public Health, who grew up here, she reminds everyone, nurses, doctors, scientists, students, residents of the neighborhood, and everyone she encounters, quote, that East Baltimore was once a much different place. There were lots of nice stores and plenty to do, and kids respected their elders. There was diversity and a different spirit to the place, end quote. With funding support from the Institute for Clinical and Translational Research and the Sidney Kimmel Comprehensive Care at the Johns Hopkins School of Medicine, as well as the Department of Epidemiology at the School of Public Health, she connects the medical entities of Johns Hopkins. She is a lifelong resident of East Baltimore and recognizes there's a lingering and difficult love-hate relationship between the community and the hospitals. Applying the solid case management experience she has accumulated during her career, she motivates, guides, and supports those faced with the decisions and challenges of relocating. She also maintains strong ties with area leaders by serving on various community and health-related advisory boards, councils, and committees. Maintaining a genuine rapport among various generations and between academics and community residents, she sees herself as a matchmaker, knowing what clinical research is underway at the university and suggesting how East Baltimoreans might both develop trust and benefit from participating. Launched in 2006, the award-winning Day in the Market program is one of her most successful outreach initiatives. Sorry about that. 4 times a month, she sets up booths at Northeast or Lexington Market to educate Baltimoreans with tips on safety, wellness, cancer screening, nutrition, disaster preparedness, and many other subjects. Both sides learn from each other, and she knows this. She supports numerous community partners by identifying volunteers, being an important node in the city's community networks, and contributing to the conversation, say her peers at the Bloomberg Public Health. And finally, of course, Keisha Webster. So I'm delighted to mention Keisha as well today because I'm a member of the board of the Baltimore Museum of Arts. And Keisha has done an incredible job working with Museum of Arts, the BMA, and with students. And Mark Bradford implemented incredible programs and making sure that our youth stay engaged and inspired, because she is the co-founder and executive director of the Greenmount West Community Center and the Greenmount West Power Press. Founding and managing a community center was never her goal, but over 20 years of experience as a teacher, a youth advocate, a school administrator, and educational trainer has prepared her tremendously. When the need for a safe for youth and families was requested in her community of Greenmount West, Keisha used her personal savings and network to establish the Greenmount West Community Center. You can learn more about the mission by following her at GWCC Baltimore and contacting her at keisha@klwebster.com. I am so inspired by these women, as I know all of you are as well, and I'm so grateful for the important work that they're doing to help uplift our communities in Baltimore and create the city that we all know Baltimore can be. So give it up for these ladies. Woo-hoo!
And we are excited to come back to you. We're doing our best to social distance here and celebrate. And we give honor to each and every one of these ladies who are mentioned. Please, once again, we want you to comment, like, and share this feed on your Facebook pages so that you can go back and take a look at the program later and get a better understanding and acknowledgement of who these wonderful women are. We thank you so much, Delegate Brooke Learman, for being here. We are just really excited. And collectively, we want to give birthday shout outs to several of the women, such as Sharon McCullough,
Doris Talley, and Catherine Bennett Jones.
Happy birthday this
Happy
weekend.
birthday.
They're celebrating.
Happy birthday.
Congratulations to you, ladies. We are just so thankful for you and all that you do. Well, we thank everyone so much for joining us here today at the Rocks Wine and Beer Shop, located at 3232 Eastern Avenue in Baltimore, Maryland. We are grateful and we are truly thankful to the owners, Gerald and Ty Coleman. We've enjoyed hosting with you and for you today. And this is, don't go away though.
Yeah, we have more coming.
More to come.
We have more to come.
Yes, we have more stories.
More stories, more wonderful stories. And Anita and I are just really proud and honored to be a part of this program. And we are just really thankful for everyone that's participating. So we are going to yield the floor over to our team members, broadcasting live from the legendary Lifestyle Cafe at 1301 North Broadway Street at the corner of Preston Street. Let's say hi to them as we join them on the screen.
Go.
Great. Good evening. We're here at the legendary cafe celebrating East Baltimore Historical Library's first story celebration. With us today, we have Delegate Stephanie M. Smith, who is serving her first term in Maryland, House of Delegates, where she represents Baltimore City's 45th State Legislative District. She also chairs the Baltimore City House delegation to the Maryland General Assembly. Stephanie was the primary House sponsor of Maryland's Crown Act, which prohibits workplace discrimination of natural and protective hairstyles. When not serving in the legislature, Stephanie works as the Assistant Director for Equity, Engagement, and Communications in Baltimore's Department of Planning. Without further ado, let me introduce Delegate Stephanie M. Smith.
Hello everyone, I'm super excited to be a part of today's festivities because it's really important to know where you're coming from to ensure you actually know where you're going. And I think there's no better way that we can honor our community members than to lift up the people that oftentimes go unacknowledged for all of their hard work, ensuring that our communities are safe, ensuring that our children are cared for, and just making sure that each of us knows that we're not alone on this journey called life. So I will be sharing the background of 4 amazing women, and I will begin with the Reverend Annie Chambers of the Johnson Square community and Douglas Holmes communities. She is a civil rights activist as well as someone that's been very focused on protecting renters throughout Baltimore City. Reverend Chambers was born in Richmond, Virginia, and she is the daughter and 19th child of 22 that her parents, a minister, and her mother, a former Catholic nun, brought into this world. She has always maintained a spiritual relationship with God, which has led her to be an ordained minister, and also to engage in activism as the foundation of her life. Reverend Chambers became a mother at 12 years old and was married at age 14. When she fell in love with the civil rights movement. Now, she faced many barriers to joining the political movement due to her age and gender. However, she was continually inspired by listening to the powerful stories of her brother, James X, who served as a lieutenant for Minister Malcolm X. Reverend Chambers moved to Baltimore during her adolescent marriage, where she began her involvement in the civil rights movement. For over 65 years, Reverend Chambers has been very active and instrumental in implementing a variety She has been instrumental in fighting for over 65 years and implementing a variety of initiatives such as the Black Panthers Poor People's Campaign, welfare rights, helping homeless citizens, and concentrating on squatters' rights and education. Reverend Annie Chambers truly gives credit to God for sustaining her for the long road to fight for justice. Reverend Annie Chambers says, "He, which is God, transformed me even more by highlighting what's going on and how I can fight better for poor people. That's my fight every day." Reverend Chambers evolved from a large family. As I mentioned, she is the 19th child of 22 that her parents brought into this world. And coming from a large family, of which she also created an even larger legacy, consisting of her 25 birth children, 298 grandchildren and great-grandchildren and great-great-grandchildren, and more than 200 adopted children of the movement. She says, "I've been blessed. These are the blessings. Moses had lots of children. Abraham had lots of children. So God let me know, I'm blessing you with children. Your grandchildren are your wealth."
In addition to fulfilling her dream as a mother and an activist, Reverend Chambers also enhanced her knowledge and experience by obtaining a master's degree. She is truly a very phenomenal woman, and I'm honored to lift up Reverend Annie Chambers of Johnson Square and the Douglas Homes community today as we lift up all the stories in our community of women that have made our community stronger and have made us all better for being here with us. The next person I would like to lift up is Miss Selena Owens. She is of the Oliver Action Team and also a founder of the Urban Uke Project. Ms. Owens grew up in West Baltimore and went to Baltimore City Public Schools. She moved to the Oliver community in 2005. Ms. Owens has had various community-centered interests and projects, but her deepest desire has been to contribute in ways that would impact the well-being and lives of our children. She has always felt that we have the power to transform our own communities and that our communities can really be whatever we want them to be. The success of our children is directly proportional to the strength of their communities. In 2017, Ms. Owens adopted the Dawson Family Memorial Garden because it was extremely overgrown and she had previously seen how beautiful it was and felt it deserved to be in a better state. Additionally, she wanted to activate green space in the community in order for community events to be held, such as open mic poetry and movie nights. In 2018, Selena led a project to upgrade the Bethel Playscape, where the goal was also to activate this green space in the community. At that time, the Playscape had no seating, and therefore it was not a place for the community to get together. But with the assistance of various organizations, Ms. Owens and others were able to add 2 picnic tables, 9 benches, a pergola, pallet sectional seating and plants. And since these installments, they've had several movie nights, participated in Light City Baltimore, and even had a tree lighting ceremony. And by October 2020, as you can see, Ms. Owens was not done yet. She led an initiative with the Oliver Action Team that added over 300 new trees in Oliver. The goal was to increase the tree canopy in the community in order to beautify the community, to make it more walkable and cooler. Furthermore, they targeted the corridors that needed also additional traffic calming due to the large traffic volume on these streets. Planting trees are assets in communities and only appreciate in value. Lastly, but certainly not least, Ms. Owens started the Urban Uke Project, or UP, UUP, and have been teaching kids in the Oliver community to play the ukulele since 2017, which they seem to love. So as you can see, we're already only 2 bios in, and we have women that are touching civil rights, environmental justice, and all centering, uplifting our youth along the way. So again, we salute Miss Selena Owens. But again, I have some additional amazing women to lift up. The second woman of honor today will be Ms. Tawanda Carter of the South Clifton Park community, where she serves as president and director of the WEL Foundation. Ms. Carter was a little Black girl from Sinclair who aspired to carry on the forgotten traditions of dignity and pride in her community. In 2019, she became the president of the new South Clifton Park Community Association. Ms. Carter, a single mother of inner city youth, decided that by educating herself, she would become a voice for her community and not a statistic. She graduated with a GED in 1986 and began working in the human services field, and went on to graduate from BCCC, the Baltimore City Community College Liberty Campus, with an associate's degree in human services. Ms. Carter recognized and understood that her community needed support for mental health services in areas that have often felt forgotten. She became the founder and owner of the WEL Foundation, an outpatient mental health and substance abuse program. Ms. Carter has volunteered in community events, assisted youth and adults with daily living skills, and provided community resources with mental health services. We salute you, Ms. Tawanda Carter of South Clifton Park, and we thank you for recognizing that we are more than our trauma, and that with the proper supports, we can both overcome these challenges in our life, but serve as inspirations to others just like you. And last, but certainly not least, of the great women I've had the pleasure and the honor to lift up today will be Mary Alexander. Mary Alexander is a resident of the McElderry Park community and also the president of Unique Fashions Youth Sewing Project. Back in 1985, after her son was born, Ms. Alexander started the Douglas Homes Homework Plus program. This modest start was her response to the children in the Douglas Project not having help with their homework. The program evolved into a summer lunch program, which is still in existence until this very day. The Homework Plus program received a $250 grant from the University of Maryland, Baltimore County Delta Sigma Theta sorority. A few years later, she became a homeowner at the age of 25 and purchased her current home in McElderry Park in 1989. She consistently attended community meetings and, along with her neighbors, sponsored yearly back-to-school block parties. Mary joined the interim McElderry Park Association board with Angela Owens, and in the mid-1990s, she led the nursery ministry and served as the troop coordinator for the Girl Scout troop at Huber Memorial Church. When her children entered school, Mary sat on the PTA boards, but was most active with the Carver PTA from 1997 to 2002. She lobbied for educational issues that impacted Baltimore City, and she took that advocacy all the way to Annapolis, where both Delegate Chanel Branch and Delegate Learman and Delegate Boyce, where we all serve. She also, in 2010, she had some challenges that she rose to. She became a caregiver when her mother was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and that became a full-time, obligation. And when her mother's health permitted, she still found an opportunity and a way to attend as many community meetings as she could. From 2016 to 2018, she was the CEO designee for Baltimore City Public Schools Parent and Community Advisory Board. And in June 2016, after she learned that the children in McElderry Park were hungry, she felt like she heard a call on her life once again. And neighbors reported that children attending the local elementary school were begging for money to get snacks at the corner store before going home. The concern became, who would feed the children during the summer months when the school was out? And so Mary developed the McElderry Park Lunch and Literacy Program, which received funding from the Annie E. Casey Foundation. And she served over 1,000 lunches in a 2-year period and gave away back-to-school supplies. In spring 2017, Unique Fabrics Nonprofits was born and found its first fiscal sponsorship. And in 2017, this project received an Elevation Award from the Baltimore Core. With funding from the Elevation Award, Unique Fabrics held its first youth work site in the summer of 2018 at the Amazing Grace Lutheran Church. And Unique Fabrics has been a youth work site each year thereafter until the present. Although Unique Fabrics held its youth work job site in 2018, Mary still noticed children in the community were unemployed during the summer. So she developed the Youth Jobs Initiatives and received a grant from the Baltimore City Children and Youth Fund from the 2018 year until the present. Since she founded Unique Fabrics nonprofit in 2016, Mary has written and received grants totaling over $400,000 to help break the chains of generational poverty in her community. To learn more about the Unique Fabrics organization, please visit her website at www.uniquefabrics.org. So what you've heard from these 4 amazing women's bios I had the pleasure to share with you today is that these are women who not only identify the challenges and the things that are going wrong in their community, but they also come up with a solution, and then they enlist the support of their neighbors, family, friends, the government, nonprofits, and whoever else has resources that they can bring to bear to help solve the problem. So again, we are a community rich in folks that have creativity, that have solutions, and we just have to give an opportunity for them to get more resources so that they can have even greater impact. So thank you for allowing me to share in the East Baltimore Historical Library's celebration of the 4 women I had a pleasure to share with you today. Thank you.
African men celebrating East Baltimore. is an active member of the community who has dedicated her adult life she has assigned to the House Ways and Means Committee, Local Revenues and Early Childhood Subcommittees. She is also a member of the Women's Caucus and Legislative Black Caucus of Maryland. She now also served as chair of the 45th District Democratic State Central Committee. She now is a proud mother of 3, and her passion is working with young people. Year-round, she kept hundreds of young people busy and productive while volunteering at some of Baltimore City youth recreational programs. Following the murder of her oldest son, Chanel turned her heartaches into actions by lobbying for stricter sentences for handgun violations and to expand the anti-violence initiative. Through her heartfelt testimony with the support of her father, Delegate Talmadge Branch, $3.6 million was added to the state budget for the expansion of Baltimore City Streets Initiative. Chanel is a proud graduate of Paul Laurence Dunbar High School. She continued her education at Test College of Technology. Chanel has worked in state for over 13 years, rising her current position as Assistant Chief of Operations. Her experience gives her a ground-level understanding of the role government plays in people's daily lives.
Thank you. It is an honor to be here today, to be able to celebrate so many beautiful women who have done such great and amazing things. So I would like to say thank you, first of all, for me being able to be a part of this very historical moment and uplifting other women. So today, the first woman that I would like to uplift would be Miss Salah Jenkins. Salah is a ceramic artist, teacher, student, mom of 8, grandmother, and is referred to as the craft queen of Baltimore by the Baltimore Sun. A lifetime member of Ancestors Roots and Cultural Edutainment, company founded by her mother, Mama Lola Jenkins, who now soars with the ancestors, and her husband, Ross Marcus Salah. Engages everyone at African Family Day and joyous interactive dancing. Salah has worked with East Baltimore communities extensively extensively. And in 2017, she received an award for outstanding service in East Baltimore. She facilitated the I Am East Baltimore quilt making project, where singers from different neighborhoods who created a quilt of outstanding women in East Baltimore. She received her BS in Urban Arts at Coppin State University, graduating as summa cum laude and gifting a published essay that is used as a teaching tool. While at Coppin, she received 2 fellowships to study abroad at Vermont Studio Center, number 3 residency in the country. She also graduated from Young Audiences Teaching Artists Institute, where art integration is the focus. As a virtual artist, her exhibitions range from Baltimore, DC, and abroad. Her first major exhibition was at the Artscape and later other venues and museums. There are articles of her written up in local papers and international magazines as well, such as the Studio Plotters 45th Special Edition of Women in Ceramics and Designing Women from Baltimore. This year, she will also be an artist featured in Be More Art magazine. Her love for teaching enables her to instruct a diverse group of students in ceramics and others art media, with students ranging from the ages of 6 to senior citizens as old as 99 years of age. She believes that art is a healer, therapeutic, and it touches everyone on the aspect of life. Her latest adventures are to attend Maryland Institute College of Art in the fall to obtain her MFA and 2 public art projects
for being blessed as an artist. She signs off as grateful one. So today I would like to say thank you to all of her hard work and just help me uplift her and all of her great contributions that she's given to this community. So thank you again, Ms. Salah Jenkins. The next person I would like to recognize would be Ms. Lynn Pender. She's an author, educator, entrepreneur, nonprofit consultant, and Lyft driver. A Baltimore native, Lynn is a graduate of Baltimore City Public School System and a local college. Immediately after graduating college, Lynn began working as a paid Capitol Hill intern for a DC-based nonprofit that provided advocacy training to nonprofit organizations. Upon completion of her internship, Lynn was selected to complete a paid fellowship with another DC-based nonprofit advocacy organization before securing her first full-time salary position with the National Environmental Health Organization based in DC. At 24, Lynn won a national award that brought her back full-time in Baltimore to launch Youth Warriors, a nonprofit organization that organized middle and high school students to fight environmental injustice in Baltimore City via after-school programs. For several years, Lynn ran Youth Warriors. Her work in this capacity afforded her the blessings of contacting with a variety of local, national, and international stakeholders. At 31, Lynn began teaching ABE and GED classes for several adult advocacy organizations around Baltimore. Throughout the years, Lynn has worked consistently to connect community leaders to the resources and support via grant writing assistance, conference scholarships, and capacity building training. Lynn has also written freelance for several local newspapers and has had the opportunity to launch and manage an online community newspaper, Tubman City News. She is no stranger to adversity, and she has had to bounce back from some difficult life situations, including homelessness, pregnancy loss, job termination, depression, and the difficult family dynamics. Through it all, Lynn's faith and support of her community have helped her thrive. Almost 2 decades later, Penda, now 50, teaches ABE and GED classes part-time at several community colleges in Maryland and runs a Saturday ABE and GED program, the North Avenue Learning Initiative for adult learners in the City of Abraham Churches and Ministries Incorporated. She is the founder of the Christian Authors on Tour and a group Christian, which is a group Christian of authors who use writing as a tool for Christian ministries. With this help of the other Christian authors on tours, Penda has launched a blog, talk show, radio show, and the show is now on streams on YouTube. She is the author and publisher of several books, including Poems of the Daughter. Her most recent book is titled A Heart for GED, Instructor Speaking. It is a collection of short stories and poems written by ABE and GED instructors from across the nation. She shares her grant writing and nonprofit expertise via the Fannie Lou Hamer Technical Assistance Workshop, which she offers in Baltimore free of charge to nonprofit community leaders. So again, today, I would like to also say thank you for your hard work. And I would just like to say thanks again for allowing me the opportunity to be here today to recognize Ms. Pender and also Ms. Salah Jenkins and the other women that everyone else is speaking about today. So thank you.
I think we just hear someone.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Regina T. Boyce, delegate of the 43rd District, Baltimore City, and a resident of Waverly. I'm certainly honored to be here to uplift women as a woman legislator, but most importantly, to encourage other women to also lead. We know that women leaders tend to be the best leaders. And so I'm hoping not only being here reading these bios, but you hearing these bios would encourage many more of you to lead as well. We need more women leaders, especially, I would say, in the General Assembly. I have three wonderful names to share. I'm going to start first. I think birthday girl, Miss Sharon McCullough, is a servant leader who is a divergent thinker, political activist, committed Christian, lifelong learner, entrepreneur, multifaceted educator, and professional and devoted family member. Sharon comes from humble beginnings and credits her past challenges as the foundation that molded her values, beliefs, and accomplishments. So she is a proud graduate of Paul Laurence Dunbar High School, Notre Dame of Maryland University, and the Johns Hopkins University. She has held positions as an administrative assistant, administrative coordinator, billing estimator, technology trainer, and currently is employed as an educator and professional counselor. Her political journey included serving as a campaign volunteer, running as a political candidate, and serving as an elected official. Sharon currently serves on the advisory board for the Baltimore City's Fellowship of Christian Athletes and has been certified as a community huddle coach for an all-girls lacrosse team. I love lacrosse. I was a player. Way to go, Ms. McCullough. Sharon is an ordained and licensed minister who has served with various ministries, including as chaplain with the Baltimore City Police Department. Sharon holds a Maryland State license in clinical counseling. She also holds a Maryland State Department of Education Advanced Professional Certification as a library media specialist. She is currently employed as a library media specialist with the Baltimore City Schools. During her years as an educator, she has taught various subjects, including foundation of technology, computer science, and career research development. Over the years, she has acquired extensive resources for her students. Additionally, she has worked diligently to enhance students' exposure through the author's visits, field trips, and extracurricular initiative. Sharon is the middle child in a family of 5 children. Her family is close-knit. They gather on a regular basis to celebrate special occasions and enjoy the fellowship. Sharon has a son and 2 beautiful granddaughters. Sharon McCullough is a quintessential 21st century woman who personifies a personal, purpose-driven life. Congratulations to you, Sharon. My next extraordinary woman is Miss Hilda James. Miss James has lived in the Oliver community for over 60 years. She's a mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. She has recently encouraged and supported children, youth, and adults through the community. She is described as a protector of people. Anyone, especially children, can go to her for any kind of assistance. Her neighbors also say how kind-hearted and generous she is. Ms. James has worked with the Oliver Community Center with food distribution for over 7 years. She regularly participates and organizes block cleanups that include sweeping the blocks and scrubbing the marble steps. Love those historic scrubbings of marble steps. She often encourages the children to help other people, especially the elderly. She possesses a great deal of knowledge regarding the Oliver community's past history. Mrs. James also often reflects on the times when neighbors helped neighbors. She remembers when doctors and other professionals lived on Caroline Street and interacted with the community. She also remembers when her children, as well as other children, would go to the Oliver Center for Recreation, swimming, and jobs. Mrs. James is seen as an original mother figure. While being kind-hearted, she is also tough and willing to correct when necessary. Thank you so much for that. She is represented in the community and is known to teach these principles to anyone she meets. We all should be privileged to know Mrs. James for over 15 years at Zion Baptist Church and with several projects associated with the Oliver Recreation Center and within the Oliver community. On numerous occasions, we have requested that Ms. James's assistance, and we have requested her assistance, and she has been put her boots on to help me. It is when she makes this reference about it's time to put on the boots that I know she has my back. and we'll do whatever it takes to get the job done. The Oliver community is blessed to have such a committed, dedicated, and hardworking woman as Miss James. Miss James, we thank you so much for your dedication, for sharing your history, and for being a mentor to our children. Our last extraordinary lady here is Miss Janice Dennis Gentry. Denise Gentry, she is the Vice President of the Baltimore Connects and an East Baltimore community advocate. Miss Janice is a long life resident of East Baltimore for nearly 59 years. She's a mother of 6 with over 40 years of community advocacy experience. She served on numerous local city and state boards, serving the community in all facets in an attempt to improve the quality of life for all is her passion. Janice attended Morgan State University, where she received her Bachelor's of Science in Mental Health Technology and completed her Master's in Public Administration from Capella University. Janice has worked as co-project manager of East Baltimore Community Development, EBDI, as well as directed 3 major HUD-funded housing mobile projects to include Moving to Opportunity Program, the Baltimore Regional Opportunity Program, and Thomas V. HUD lawsuit decree. Much notoriety was obtained through her 1997 publication, Bridging Families to Better Communities. Janice loves spending time with her family and friends, as well as providing resources to community, in addition to mentoring to the youth in communities. I am so honored to have this opportunity, to be given this opportunity by this team, by Ms. Nia Redmond, to salute these women and to lift up their work, not only in communities, but in their families and in their everyday profession. And I'm hoping that these stories will provide the rest of the women listening and those yet to listen the courage and the strength to step up, step out, and lead. Thank you so much.
Let's go.
See that? One of the co-owners, one of the co-owners, my other co-owners here.
Whoa, oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be now. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north and south and east. Whoa, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be now. Oil wasted on the oceans and upon our seas, fish full of mercury. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be now. Radiation underground and in the sky, animals and birds who live nearby die. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more will you from me? Can't you stand that? they used to be. No, where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north, south, and east. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. No, oil wasted on the oceans and upon our seas, fish full of mercury. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. No, radiation underground and in the sky, animals and birds who live nearby our lives. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more will you from me? Can't you stand that?